Hey everybody, welcome to another, what do you call it? Another episode of the Digi Chicks. I'm Patty Ann, and while they're doing their cards, I'm working on something that I'm going to show you all this week. Here's what it is. If you've ever seen these kind of things, it's an eye, one of those little eye things, like if you're relaxing. But I'm going to fill it with flaxseed that I bought at the health food store, organic flaxseed. I'm going to put, actually what I'm doing right now is I'll just do this really quick for you while we're waiting for a few people to get here, if my camera will stay still, but it really won't because it's just dangling on my camera. So I'm just going to put this flaxseed in here. And then what I did was I bought organic lavender flowers as well. And boy, do they smell good. I don't want to overachieve on these because I'm afraid it might be too stinky or too much. So I'm going to start with that much, just mix it together. Then I'll take a funnel and fill this. I did sew all the edges on my sewing machine. Oh, but the beauty of this thing is this is sublimation on here. I got this backing and the Let It Be guy from Creative Fabrica. So I could have a video on how to do this, how to sublimate on fabric like this and make one of these this week. So that's it for me.
Wow.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
Okay.
Wow.
Tammy, you're now. I hid myself because I was playing.
So I'm Tammy from Mobile. And so one day this week, Patty and I will be showing you how to make this card. I created a file from, I seen a die that Lawn Fawn had. And so I created this file and we'll be showing you how to make this card one day this week. And it doesn't have to be Easter. It could be anything. It folds flat for mailing. So.
Awesome.
And we're going to provide the file for them, right?
Yes, we'll have the file. It'll be in Patty's library.
Yeah.
And next we have Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie and I live in England in the UK, and I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that I managed to stay on because my internet's been playing up. So hopefully I'll stay with you throughout this video, but if not, I apologize in advance.
Okay, Bernie.
Hi, I'm Bernie. I'm in Melbourne, Australia. It's currently just gone 6 a.m. on Monday morning, and I think it's raining outside. I haven't looked, but I think I can hear rain outside. So we've had beautiful 2 days of weather, sort of high, mid to high 20 degrees Celsius, so 27. So I think that's about 70 something in Fahrenheit. But it was beautiful days. But today, all this week, it's going to be like drop 10 degrees for us. So I think it's going to be, and we've got the kids, the grandkids here for 4 nights. So we're going to try and keep them occupied in the rain and all of that. So
what are their ages? What are their ages, Bernie?
13, 11, and 9.
Okay.
Oh, perfect ages.
Absolutely. They're independent and they can, so they might make an appearance here if they're not allowed to come in before 6:30. So we'll see.
All right, and we got Linda.
Hi, I'm Linda from Maryland, and hope you all have a good DigiChick session today.
All right, so today we only asked the ladies to make Easter cards, any kind they wanted. So Patty and I will step aside and let y'all get started.
Yeah. Hey, Tammy, I see your name's not coming up in the chat. You're coming in as me again. Did you sign in?
I did.
Okay, that's cool. That's weird. Hey, Lynn and Janet and Gladys and Roxanne is all here. We're ready. Yes. Well, we just lost Tammy. That's all.
Yeah.
She's hiding like me.
Linda's gone.
We've lost Linda.
Oh, crumbs.
Huh. She turned off. She's still sort of here. She turned off one of her cameras.
Yeah, she just turned off the wrong
There
time.
she is. Okay. Yeah. She's back. Okay. Whoever wants to talk, just go on ahead.
Well, I'm making a diorama card today, and I'll show you just before we start. I've cut 2 pieces of cardstock exactly the same size. It's 10 inches by 5.5 inches. And this time I thought, rather than end up having to print card and layer it up, I've actually done it so it's already printed onto the card base before I score it or do anything with it. And before I do anything with it, I'm going to place, I'm doing a religious one this time. So I'm going to place a cross on it so I know. So when I do glue everything together, I'll know exactly that it's in the right place. And I found this cross, which I thought I was looking for one online. I thought it was really, really pretty. And it was a site called freesvgdownloads.com. And there was all sorts of really lovely downloads for free.
Nice.
So, and I
Lovely
wanted
cross.
a cross, yeah.
That's
So
nice.
what have you cut that with, Stephanie?
I've cut it in vinyl and then just done a very, very small offset in white cardstock. I was going to colour it, and then when I looked at it against the backdrop of the card, I thought it looked better to just be plain white.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's me done.
And for me, because I'm in Australia, we have Easter in autumn, not in
Oh wow.
spring.
Oh.
So I've gone for some flowers that aren't quite spring, but they're still flowery. And
Oh.
yeah, so this is a paper I had. This isn't printed. It's a piece of paper that I had that I just cut around to get some. It had quite vivid flowers in one section, so I just sort of cut around it to not have so much. So I'm making I don't know what it's called. I've just sort of come up with something in my head it'll kind of look like this, that I've got these pieces here that I'm going to fold to make a hinge that goes in here, just so it gives it just a bit of body, it's like I want to put stuff on the back because I've got this front here. This is going on the front, so I want to be able to just lift this up a little bit. That was all. So that's going on the front. I don't think it's.
Oh, cool.
That's a pretty frame.
It is.
I made it.
Very nice.
So it came with. I got some grass from Creative Fabrica, and then I got a tree branch, and then I added it, and then I just put a frame all around it and welded it all in the software, and then embossed it. And I'm about to put some color on the grass. So I've just got some ink that I'm just going to lightly color the grass
Nice.
over the embossing.
It's a really pretty frame.
Linda, what you doing?
I'm just finishing up that card that I had mentioned. But when you guys weren't here, I mentioned to Patty and to Tammy that one of my favorite cards last year that I made was the spring card. So I just reproduced it, and it's just a church. Well, not just. It's what I thought of when y'all said do an Easter theme. So right now I'm trying to affix these little shrubs on either side of the church entrance, and I don't know if you can see, but it's so bright, gosh. I have tulips along the grass line and a picket fence and then church, and then I have this big sunshine that I'm going to put behind the church, because I was telling that our group before you guys came that when I was little, we would go to church on Sunday morning and go down to the altar, and there was a chicken wire cross, and all the children were given daffodils, or else they'd bring them from home, and they would fill the entire chicken wire cross with daffodils, and it was just a real fond childhood memory of Easter. Yeah. So, and I have a lot of sentiments that I just cut out. The Happy Easter that I'll put on the front of this card. Yeah. Last year when I made this card, it said Happy Spring, and I created a stained glass window, so you could see through the window and see a tree with a robin in it. Anyway.
So it's really great that she's doing that this time too, because while you didn't get to see her putting it all together and having to cut out pieces and all that, that's what Tammy and I will be showing in a video later this week. So we'll have that design there that you can look at and maybe change yours up to be like Linda's, or use Tammy's stuff that she's going to be giving you for free to make a beautiful one too.
I just used all the none of this was from, I just brought these things in.
Uh-huh.
I create, I used, in fact, the sun was a flower in our shapes. And I wanted, and let me show you something really quick.
Okay.
Where is it? Okay, here it is. I left these on the mat. I cut these. I just want to show you how intricate this is. And I'm going to remove this right in front of you because it's just amazing how our silhouettes can cut with so much detail. See how I'm just pulling this off?
Is that cardstock? What is that?
This is my, I always use that photo mat paper these days.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And I get these nice brilliant colors. And I don't know if you guys do this or not, but when I peel something that's intricate like this, I do, maybe I risk it, but I take very gently, I take my mat and I fold it toward me like a roll. And then I can peel. I don't peel them all at once. I can peel this whole sunshine. See how easy that was?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You see, and you just kind of roll, you can almost fold your mat, but do it
Right.
so gently that you don't create a fold in it. And all these sunshines are just gonna see. I every time I cut one of these out, I'm fascinated at how it works. But I put two sunshines together so there'd be a front and a back, and I used our gradient to give it a variable color.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. So that's my one tip today.
I've got a tip as well. When you're scoring your card, I'm doing this card that's a diorama card. So when I score it, this is going to be a valley fold, the first one. So I score it on this side, but the other one is going to be a mountain fold. So if I score it that way, it's not actually right. If I turn it over and I do it that way, the actual little raised bit is on the right side. If that makes, I don't know whether that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
you've got the nice bevel shape. So instead of having that one sort of raises up because that's the one that's going to be this way, and the other one, the bevel bit's at the back of it, so that it's you've got it the opposite ways. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, so it'll keep your cardstock from cracking too when you try to force it to go the opposite way.
Yeah, I always do it whichever way I'm going to fold it. I want it to actually fold into the card. So in this case, I've gone inwards because that's going to be a valley fold, but the other side is going to be my mountain. So I would flip it over so that I get the nice bevel side coming upwards. I think it just gives it a little bit more finished edge to it.
What you working on, Bernie?
I put my sentiment on it. So this is the inside front of my card. So I've just put some clouds on, which I also had some, it's actually floral paper that I just cut out some clouds also out of Creative Fabrica and joined them all together and then cut it on the floral paper, which was a pale blue. So it kind of looks like clouds in my world.
Yeah.
But because I'm putting that front frame on, I've put my sentiment on the back already. So I had another piece of that same paper, and then I put that through my printer. So that's just printed that on the paper that I had, and then I've put it on the back. So I have to put that on the back now, and I'm just going to do some. I'm going to do some inking just around the edge, just to bring it in a bit. So yeah,
looks good.
So that's the plan.
And I finished my prototype for for this week's video tutorial also. This one's sublimation and how to make these little things, eye pillows that smell really good because of the what is it called again? Oh, lavender flowers that are in it. Yes. So anyway, I'm going to show how to make this, how to sublimate on the fabric, sew it together, and just make little eye pillows. And they're really nice. They're nicely weighted, so it just kind of holds your eyes closed. And I love them. Okay.
Will you put it in the fridge to chill it
Oh
before
yes,
you use it?
yeah,
Is that what you do with them? Yeah, just
you
chill
can just use it just like this at room temperature. You can put it in the fridge, but of course, or even in the freezer, because these things won't freeze. But if you do, I'd probably put it in a Ziploc bag first. You can also put it in the oven. I haven't tried this fabric yet because I'm not sure. Maybe I mean the microwave. But I probably should this fabric. Yeah.
Patty, what do you use this for?
Oh, well, I used to use them in my yoga class at the end when you were doing the final relaxation. Everybody would have these to put on their eyes to kind of block out any light. But they're good if you have a headache, you know. And of course, if you want to heat it, you can put it on any body part that's bothering you, you know, your wrist bothering you or whatever. But it's really just nice for your eyes. And this one's I'm giving to a friend of mine maybe tonight. I might want to save it for the tutorial because she loves all the hippie stuff. So I thought that was cute. Let it be.
Yeah.
You know what I thought it might be?
What?
I thought maybe you were making a bag of like you were putting it out for hummingbirds because you know how they like the thistle. No, finches.
Finches too, yes.
Yeah, the finches. Yeah.
Nope, this is for me or my friend. It smells really good. And then if it's ever losing its scent, you just have to go like this and smush up the flowers. I get these at like the what do you call it? Co-op store. They have a lot of that organic jazz and they just buy the stuff in bulk. And I think I really overachieved on the lavender, which it seems like it's really, really expensive. I forget how much a pound, but it's, you know, you don't need much. So anyway, okay, I'm done.
So there's the back of my card. I've just given it a bit of edging around it. So that's my back. And then on my front, I'm now going to put some, so I cut these. These were some, a tree. That's also a fabric fabric. Patty Ann's got me talking fabric. A paper that I had that is also, it was just green. So I found a tree, on Creative Fabrica and just cut around the shape of a tree and also found a branch and used some brown paper for my branch. So the tree is just going to go on the background here and then the branch will just go over the top and then I'll put my frame on and then I've got another tree, the same again. I've had some green paper that I used and another branch. So the trees are just going here somehow.
I love the way you put the branch on the top, so it makes it look like it's going up into the.
Yeah, well, I saw a picture of the tree like that. I think it was in a kid's book, and I thought, oh, I could do that. I didn't come up. Certainly, I wasn't creative enough to come up with it. It was in the kid's book, and I thought, what a simple way to draw a tree. That the branch. So if you put it behind, it sort of just doesn't have the same effect.
It doesn't. It looks really good on top.
Yeah. So. I saw it in a kid's book and then went away and created it. So we can do anything with the software and you don't need a die. You don't need fancy patterns. You can just do whatever you like to do.
Stephanie, Janet wants to know if you put your gold paper through a die.
I put it through an embossing folder. It's this one. It's a tree. Is that what she means? This?
It's pretty.
I think so.
When I wanted to do the border, I was thinking wood, the cross. So I thought a wood pattern would be a nice one to use. So it's a foil cardstock, and I've used an embossing folder just to give it that little bit of.
It's lovely.
Yeah, I thought wood was a nice one to go for. I looked at all the other ones and I thought, no, that's probably the best one for the Easter card.
Okay.
So did you already tell them, Bernie, that you don't have that your Easter isn't now, or were you just telling us privately before we started?
Oh, no, Easter's now, but we're in autumn. You're
Oh,
in your spring, so we're in ours is the same time. Easter's next weekend,
Yes.
but we're in autumn, not spring.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I'm with you now. So where we've got daffodils and all the spring flowers, you'll have different flowers because of the
We're
season.
getting
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your season's more like ours. Is that correct, Stephanie? You have daffodils now, and
Yes, it's full of daffodils and tulips and snowdrops. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're going into leaves falling off the trees and starting all that.
oh, I do have to say we had snow yesterday. Did anybody else?
Wow.
Yes. Anybody out there watching have snow yesterday? It was shocking.
I hear that some people had some hail.
Oh yes. Yep.
My grandson, they've had quite a bit of snow this week, but they live right at the top of Scotland, and they do tend to get it, quite April. Even I've known them even get it at May time.
Wow.
I'm making the second project right now. This is it was going to be a card, and I'm making a banner of Easter eggs, and I use this. I wanted a lattice look, so I found just a piece of paper with lattice on it, traced it, and ended up cutting this out of craft plastic.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
I cannot tell you. Yesterday, I was dripping. These little diamonds were dripping off me because I had to punch out 6 of them.
well, did you trace the lattice in silhouette? Is that what you mean when you say you traced it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Roxana said they had a few flakes there, or a flake here, but cold. Yes.
This is going to be tricky.
That might be a good time to do what Stephanie does. Put the glue on your hand or the back of your hand and dip it into that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great idea. And then I took I cut like 30. Let me see. How many? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 7, 3, 6. 42 pieces.
So tell them why you decided to make it into a banner instead of a card.
Well, it was going to be one of those accordion, like those concertina cards that.
Right.
Okay. And my daughter was over here last night with they're leaving on Monday. Tomorrow morning, I have to get up at 4:00 and be at their house at 4. They're going on a Disney cruise. But anyway, Lindsay saw this. I was showing her this, and she said, oh, Mom, I need an Easter banner. Can you turn that into a banner? And I said, sure. So anyway, so this is just going to have like extra trim all around it. And yeah, it's all. I feel like I'm making 6 different cards today. Let me see. How do you do it, Stephanie? You put a puddle and just.
I put it on the back of my hand and then just dip it into it so that but not loads of it. Spread it out, Linda. Otherwise,
I look like I'm bleeding. I look like my blood's white. Look. Oh, Lord, help me.
Oh, look at it. Yeah, you see it now.
Oh, I'm your comic relief.
It's going to drip onto your thing if you're not careful, it looks like.
You're right. You are right.
My goodness.
You already did.
Oh.
It's okay. It dries white.
What?
I mean, it dries clear. Yeah.
What?
Okay. Oh Lord, I gotta get my white piece. Where are my white piece?
That's not the right way.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It just poured out of the bottle. I didn't know it was going to come out with that force.
So Janet wants to know where you got your fine tipped bottle. blue bottle, Linda.
This one? Oh, just on Amazon. I think I got 30 of these little things.
Oh my goodness. I think they even had them at Hobby Lobby once.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna put like the word Easter. So
Uh-huh.
every egg situation here is going to get a letter, and I tried out a couple different fonts, but I like this one, and I just after I cut it out, then I put the offset. I cut that out separately out of the holographic paper.
Oh, cute.
So I'm gonna use that, and then. Look, you won't believe how many cute little. Oh my gosh!
I think it would have been easier to do the card, right? Your daughter's asking you to do EASDER. Like, whoopsie! Wait! I just moved her. I meant to solo her. Sorry.
I found so many cute little like retro. Look at these little retro guys. Aren't they cute?
Cute, yes.
Oh, wait a minute. I've got so many here. You wouldn't believe it. Oh. I found a cute basket.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know my second tip?
Yes.
Okay. So I use these little labels. The Happy Easter.
Right.
I printed them out, and then I put the paper inside a sleeve of laminate. Put it through the laminator. I cut it, but look. When I remove them from my sheet, I bend the laminated sheet, and I don't get laminate on the back. It's still the paper, so I can glue it easily. But I still have that nice sheen in the laminate. See, it almost looks like sticker paper, but it's a sheet of laminate.
Wait a minute. It's one of those pockets? One of those pouches?
It's a pocket. This is just, I'll show you. Look.
Because I always thought I had to do two pieces back to back.
Look. I just use these thermal laminating pouches. And after I cut it, I guess I don't cut deep enough. Intentionally, and they just see how easy they pop.
Yes,
and it leaves behind the back of the sheet of laminate.
Wow.
See, I think that's so cool.
It is cool.
So I think that was tip number 2.
Okay.
If you remember, Patty, when we done the paper, you can take 2 sheets of paper, put them back to back with the pattern side out.
Right.
And run it through the laminator. You can take them apart. You still have 2 sheets that are laminated.
Right. That's what I was saying. I have done that, but I didn't think you could do it just one. Yes. Cool.
I've got one more tip.
Okay.
That'll be it for today. For my tips. But I can't find it. You know how we make these flowers? Stephanie showed us how to make the flowers so nicely. Because I have my background is a cherry tree behind here. Actually, is that a cherry tree or is that a dogwood tree? Anyway, it reminded me of dogwood. So I went ahead and I made what I thought were little dogwood blossoms. But I used this tool that looks like a spatula, and on a sponge. Hold on, I can't believe that I don't have anything here. But anyway, I take this spatula, and in the center of the flower, I use the sharper edge and press, and it makes a nice crease. I don't know if you can see it.
No, we can see it.
See, it creases each of the. And then I take that ball. You can take anything, and and it really makes them lifelike. And I put a little stamen in the center, sort of, kind of.
Right.
Just painted it in. But I'm going to decorate all these 6 with flowers and like this. And where are my leaves? Here they are. Here they are.
And anyone that's got dexterity problems, you've just done that with your spatula, Linda.
What's that?
You've just done that with with your flower, if anybody's got dexterity problems, if you do it with a pair of your reverse tweezers, you can get hold of the flower like that really easy, and then sort of just go like that, and that does it.
Oh,
For somebody who's yeah, not everybody can, if your hands are sore or anything like that. I'll just draw an example. So that's another way of, if I can open this, if you ever have problems on doing tubs.
while you're open, go ahead.
That's a flower. So if somebody's really struggling, if they use a pair of reverse tweezers, they can hold it like that and then just go like that.
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
Because some people do really struggle, don't they? And
Sure,
so you can bend the flower up really quite easily like that as well for if you struggle.
Yeah. Well, I usually have a like a sponge kind of a spongy kind of a base that you know when I use the spatula. But I think it's on the shelf.
Such a lot of people who do like to craft, and if they've got rheumatoid arthritis or something and their hands are sore, it's good if they can find things that they can do to make it easier so they can still enjoy it.
Oh, really? That's true.
We better check in on Bernie.
Okay.
We're
So
coming.
I'm just, I've put my border on, and I've now just going to add some, I've got a couple of little rabbits. So I've created
You've got me on instead of Bernie.
Yeah, all right.
I'm just
Hold on.
pouring
Sorry.
myself a cup of tea. I'm just making a cup of tea. So here when I made this Hoppy Wishes on silhouette, and so I got it's just a pink piece of paper that I didn't have that. That's a pattern from, sorry, I've got a noisy dog, from paper, and then I put Hoppy Wishes on it, and I did have on my silhouette screen to put the little like to make it look like the, what are they called, the lines, and I forgot to put my pen in, so I've just drawn them on just then.
Oh, okay.
So instead of using the sketch tool, which what I'd planned to do, I just drew them on just then. So not all's lost.
No.
The sketching line.
no,
So
that's
I just
good.
drew them instead of, I was supposed to put that in the machine and I forgot.
So, Bernie, I haven't
And
told
these rabbits came from Creative Fabrica as well. So I just typed in Easter rabbit, I think, and then I put some little bit of glitter, little bit of accent stuff on the ears and on the flowers, just to give it a little bit of shine.
So Bernie's puppy barking reminded me, and I haven't told anybody yet, but we're getting a new puppy.
Oh,
A wee little teensy one. You know, my dog I have right now is 95 pounds, right? She's a golden doodle. The next one we're getting to be Daisy's friend is going to be probably like 15 pounds. She's a Cavapoo, King Charles Cavalier and a poodle combination.
oh wow.
Yeah. So hopefully Daisy will think it's her baby, and you know, she's going to really like it. I know, because she's just real friendly and happy. But I'm just afraid I don't want her to paw it too, you know, like hi, and paw it too hard. Anyway, Bernie, your dog poops.
Oh well, he knows that the kids are here, and he's in here with me, and he's not happy.
Oh.
So he's not happy for a couple of reasons, because normally first thing in the morning it's his and my time, and because he was still asleep when I came in here, and he's looked at me as if to say, well, hang on a minute, it's our time and you're not paying me any attention. And he also knows that the kids are here, and he's trying to get out because he's in here now with me, and he's trying to get out and be entertained.
Oh yeah.
So you wait, Judy. There you go.
Stephanie, the gold that you made there with that with the what's it called? Those
This gold.
yes, that. Yeah. That's so beautiful.
Yeah. It does make it look really pretty, doesn't it? Now, I did actually cut this out of vinyl, and I'm not bothering using transfer tape because the letters are all stuck to. Whoops! You shouldn't have. The letters are all stuck together, so hopefully when I just peel it off, I can just add it onto the card. It's just going to say Easter blessings.
Oh, nice.
It's actually for my elderly neighbour across the road. They're in the 90s now. We've been friends for years. They're lovely. And I thought, when, you know, the brief was to do an Easter card, I thought, you know, my family, they'll all get sort of cute rabbits and things like that. But I thought, really, for Richard and Margaret, a nice religious one would be lovely for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very pretty.
Barbara, did you make a bunch of Easter cards? Oh, I keep forgetting they can't quite talk back. They have to type. I bet she did.
Yes, she's been making some really pretty cards, hasn't she?
Yes. How many eggs in total do you have to? Oh, not Easter this year, she said. Wow.
Oh, she...
Huh. You're slacking. Ha. So, Stephanie, do you guys get hummingbirds over there if you're in the same season of the year that we are?
No, we don't. And I've seen yours on the video, which I think is absolutely fantastic. No, we don't get hummingbirds.
Wow. So they're not even in your area at all?
No.
Wow. Oh.
No, when I looked at yours, I thought, how fabulous.
Yeah, they're so teeny tiny.
Yeah, no, we get things like all the chaffinch, all the finch family, and blue tits, and those, but no, not hummingbirds.
Huh. How about you, Bernie? Do you guys get hummingbirds over there?
Oh, I'm not totally bird orientated, but I don't think so. But I could be wrong. Maybe in certain parts, but I'm not sure of them.
I'll look it up while we're.
Yeah, you.
Hey Siri.
Jude would probably know. Do we get
hummingbirds in Australia?
Oh, Jude just told me we get hummingbirds in Queensland. There we go.
Right.
Okay.
So there you go. When you're not sure, you ask a 9-year-old, and the 9-year-old that's very fascinated with all things fauna and flora will tell you.
Nice. Yes.
Pardon? You think it's only Queensland? Well, you know more than me, buddy.
So are any of you doing that new game? Well, it's not new. I guess people have been doing it for months. That Wordle.
Wordle, yeah, I play Wordle every day.
Oh, me too. Did you do today's?
Yep.
I got lucky on today's. I got it in 2 guesses.
Wow, I got it in, I think, 3 or 4. Usually I'm 3 or 4 for all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Usually 4. 4 seems to be my best.
Okay. So you probably have already done the one that I just did today because it's tomorrow for you, right?
A
new one.
I did the one. No, I think I get it before you.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. So you've already finished it.
Yes.
Right. And you should have a new one now this morning because don't they start new at midnight or something?
Yeah. Well, I just did it now, and I did mine when I got up.
Okay. Barbara, what Barbara said when she said she likes Wordle. Where'd she go? Oh yeah, she likes Wordle, but not every day. I like it that it's just once a day, and you don't have to like.
Yeah, a lot of people are complaining that it's just once a day.
I like that it's once a day. Otherwise, I'd sit there and just waste my whole day. So.
Yeah, I like that I'd like to have maybe a couple or something, but not. Yeah, it's good that it's quick, short, and out of the way.
Right.
Apparently, a guy wrote the program for his girlfriend because she was bored or something on the holidays, and he wrote this code, and then it's just taken off, and then the New York Times have now bought it.
Yeah. for the longest time, I was like, I am not playing that stupid game. I'm not playing. Why are people posting that online? You know, and then today, of course, I posted mine because I got it in 2 tries. Like, I'm always late to the parties.
That's that excellent 2 tries.
Yeah, it was. I was lucky. Oh, Barbara says she doesn't have any Easter stamps. Okay, that's why she's not making Easter cards. Yeah, that's kind of pretty specific, I guess. And if you don't have the dies or the stamps.
You can always go if you've got silhouette or, you know, go and create a. I don't have any die. None of this is cut with a die. I've done all of this through Creative Fabrica and my silhouette. I do have a die machine, but it's part of my embossing machine. But I only have the only dies I have are circle dies and some squares that came with it. But that's all I have. So you don't need the dies, but it's just working out how to do it. But Patty Ann's got plenty of amazing tips.
Ah, I like your have an excellent Easter. It's cute.
Have an excellent.
Right. But what's on the back? I see there's something on the back. Bernie, oh, are you frozen?
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, I thought it was going to be me that would freeze.
Hold on. Hold on, I got a trick that worked for Stephanie. Let's see. Oh, she'll be back.
Okay. Let's see. My cutting machines are put away right now, except my scanning cut, which I haven't used that in a while either. Okay. And Janet says, such pretty cards and Easter decorations. You are also talented. You amaze me. I know, Janet. Me too. Every time. Let's see. How did Deja just bought a scan and cut about a month ago. I've only used about 3 times, trying to watch a lot of videos on it to figure it out. Trying to remember this girl's
Welcome back, Bernie.
name. She's got herself muted.
Yeah, thank you. I've got myself mute because the dog's excited, so I'm just going to mute myself. And yeah.
Okay, but somebody was asking you a question, I thought. I can't remember now.
Deja said she loves your shadow card, Bernie.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so it stands
Oh,
up.
I was asking you something. There was something on the back of your card, right?
Mine, yep. My greeting. Yep.
Oh, okay. Let me wait. I got to solo you. Well, okay. Oh, that's cute. Very pretty.
And then I just put some ink around the card just to blend it a little bit. And then, so it's got the same flowers there as on the inside of the back. And then it stands up like that. It's a little bit flimsy. I might have to look at something because it's got the edges here. This is a bit flimsy, so I'll work out what I can do. But
Just
that's how it stands up. And then, yeah, when it lights, it goes down like that. Sorry?
You can make an extra frame. Do it.
Yeah, I might have to make the same thing and put
Yeah.
it in there and there. Yeah.
Yeah, mirror the frame in your silhouette and then stick it to the back.
Yeah, yep. And I'm going to make an envelope for this card now. So
Okay.
I need to find some paper first. So we'll find some. Yeah. No, I might use that for something else. This one will do.
Oh yeah, it's pretty.
Nice and bright.
That looks like a pretty pad of paper.
Yeah, it is a pretty pad. Some of it's really. Actually, I probably should use that because I don't like it. So it's all right for an envelope.
Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, the other one I like a bit more. Yeah, this one's sort of quite dull, whereas that one's a bit pretty. I'll probably use that as a background on something.
Bless you.
Bless you.
So, for those that haven't seen us make an envelope before, oops, I'm just going to move my pieces. So, what we do is we get our card and a ruler and we measure from corner to corner, so diagonal corners, and we go in, and this one is 8 and 5/8. So I'm going to make my square 9 5/8. So there's the 8 5/8 from corner to corner, and I'll make my square 9 5/8. So you add an inch. Whatever the measurement is, it's add 1 inch to that measurement. So we want 9 1/8. No, we don't. We want 9 5/8, Bernadette.
Bernadette, is that what you call yourself?
I'm always Bernadette. So 9 5/8.
Did your mom call you that when you were in trouble?
I was never allowed to be called anything other than Bernadette until I was basically an adult. My dad was quite funny. He would say, even to it didn't bother me at all. At school, my friends would come home and they'd call me Bernie or whatever, and he'd say, "Oh, her name is Bernadette. We'd like you to use it."
Oh my God!
So I was very much a Bernadette most of certainly my childhood life.
Right.
My aunts and cousins and that still struggle now to call me Bernie. So when I got old enough, I thought, you know what, I'm old enough to call myself whatever I like. But
right.
No. And once before both my parents have passed away now, but when I was an adult and they'd gone on a holiday, we got a postcard from them once that said to Bernie. So I was like, oh, I've got a card that actually they wrote.
Wow.
Yep. So I'm lining up my paper now diagonally, and then I'm going to put my card roughly in the middle of that diamond, which is sort of an eyeball it to see that it's sort of in the middle, and then I just fold the edges up. So you fold the bottom edge up and give it a light crease. That might need to go over a bit. Bring this one down and fold it. Turn them up. Turn the sides in. That's not right. Turn the sides in and fold it. Turn the other one, and then you know that it's going to fit because you've done this part first. And then open it out again, and now I've got my pieces where you can see these 4 triangles that I've got to cut out. But first I'm going to just burnish the parts that I hand folded just to make them proper creases, and then do that. And oops, I haven't folded that one very well. So there's my 4. Now I've got the 4 triangles that I'm going to cut out and go from there. So I'm happy. If you want to see what Stephanie's up to, while I just keep going. And
I love the way you're twirling those ribbon around.
Oh, that's pretty. Yes.
Twirling the ribbon. Yeah. I did try to stick it on with the glue, and it's really good when it's set, this glue. But the only trouble is it takes a while. So I put it on the ribbon, and then when I was trying to twirl it, the ribbon was moving about. I thought, oh no, I better take that off and go back to my red liner tape. I think that's the best thing, because at least it sticks instantly when it's done. Just a little bit too long. Linda's very quiet. What's Linda up to?
Just
She's doing a banner.
yeah, I'm just making
Right.
that.
Yeah, I've used a bit of this. I find red liner tape's the best thing to do, really, because it's actually quite strong and it's an instant grab. The only trouble with it, it's not a forgiving tape. So if you do something wrong, it doesn't usually move very easily. Once it's stuck to where it's meant to be, it stays there. Right, and that's with me using that glue first. I'll have to redo that with a bit more thicker tape. Being a bit fiddly. You should stick to tried and tested things, shouldn't you, really? I know whenever I use the red liner tape, it always works. And tonight I've stuck glue on it. And then that's making the ribbon come away. Wait a minute, get that off. That's it.
What are you going to use in between the eggs, Linda? Have you decided?
Yeah, I'm going to use some kind of a ribbon, like some white ribbon that you can see through. I think the middle's solid, and then on either side of the solid, it's see-through.
Okay, cool.
I think you guys have some of that too.
Oh, that's pretty, Linda.
Thank you. I can't find my A.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure it's here somewhere.
Did you color that ribbon, or is it just white?
No, it's actually a very, very pale cream satin ribbon. This one, I thought it was the right color for.
It's really pretty, yeah.
For doing this, yeah, rather than.
So how many of you out there have used Bernie's technique for making envelopes? I love that technique.
I think it's absolutely brilliant. I haven't needed to yet. Most of my card bases have got envelopes with them, but if I'm going to do something now that's a little bit embellished, a little bit too much to fit in its normal envelope, I will definitely do Bernie's technique. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
What are you trying, Barbara? You're trying to make an envelope? Cool. Oh, and Roxana says she's used it too. Great. So, Bernie, are the kids up now waiting for breakfast?
They're in here with me trying to entertain the dog.
That's
that's why I had it on mute, because he's a boxer, and his tail is a very. In Australia, we're not allowed to dock tails anymore. So we used to have boxers used to have their tails docked, and I think they still do in some countries, but here we're not allowed to. So he uses his tail as a weapon. It just shakes and rattles and rolls, and he bangs into things with it. And so yes,
because it's really solid, right? It's not a hairy tail like my dog.
Oh no, it's solid, all right.
Yeah,
it's like a whip, is it?
Yes, it's like a whip. Yeah. And his mum came. So my son and daughter-in-law own the mum, and they own the mum and the mum's brother. But his mum's tail is she's actually injured the tip of hers because she banged it into a wall once too often.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, so he's very excited that they're up, and it's not just Nick and I. He says, "Oh, a new company," but he's being a bit painful. So no, they're in here watching with me. So
nice.
When I go back to my normal screen, we can say hello.
Oh yeah, there you go. That'd be nice. So we had a dog that was a golden retriever, and I think she had like a tumor or something on her tail. So they removed that, and then they tried to stitch it shut. And she had one of those cones that she had to wear all the time, but it just wouldn't heal, and it wouldn't heal. So finally, they cut her tail off. She was in so much agony with that thing trying to heal, and so she was a weird looking golden retriever though with no tail.
Oh wow,
poor baby.
Yeah. Gross little story to share. Okay, looks like everybody's just about done. Linda, you probably won't finish all yours because you've got quite a few to do.
Yeah, I do. Quite a few.
All right, so we'll start with Stephanie. If you want to, you're in my upper left-hand
Okay.
corner. If you want to
Okay.
show your card.
Right. Mine's a diorama card. I started off with 2 pieces of cardstock that measured 10 inches by 5.5. Scored them both at 1.5 inches and 2.25 to make this frame, which obviously you can see, but when it goes into an envelope, it just squishes down flat, like that.
Beautiful.
I used vinyl to make the cross with just a very, very narrow offset of white cardstock behind it. I've used vinyl again, glitter vinyl, for the Easter blessing sentiment. And I wanted something on here, and I thought I wanted a flower, but I thought I don't want to have something that's different to the one that's actually on the cross. So what I did, I made the cross smaller, and I just cut away by hand. I just cut away the cross so that it was the same flower, and then just put some leaves with it so it matched. And as I say, I did this with an embossing folder of wood. Just a little bit of yellow on the sides there, just so it's not plain white. And then on the back, I put another cross, and I will write on the back of here. So,
your neighbors are going to love that.
Yeah.
And so the whole back is like it's print and cut, though, right? The design, I mean, the front.
Yes, what I did, I found an image, and I sized it in silhouette to 5.5 inches square, and then I did a piece of well, obviously a shape that was 10 inches by 5.5, and I put the two together and made it center it so I know it was exactly in the center, and attached it, and then cut it out like that, so I had no having to layer it up or anything, so it was just as it is. So it actually makes it quite easy like that, and you have to think it looks quite effective.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So that's my Easter card done.
Absolutely beautiful, Stephanie.
And I might have to do one of your envelopes, Bernie, because to be honest with you, I don't know what size it is for an envelope. So it probably isn't going in the regular sized envelopes. I might be making one of yours. 6.5. Yeah, my envelopes are 6 inches. So yeah, so I'll be making one of your envelopes for that.
So those of you watching and you're not that familiar with Bernie's thing, if the diagonal of that one was what, 6.5 inches?
No, I'll have to do. I was just measuring what the card was this way first to see, and it's 6.5, and my inches. My envelopes are 6 inches, so I would have to go diagonally, as Bernie said, from there to there, which is 8.5. So I'd have to do a piece of paper at 9.5. Is that right, Bernie?
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely perfect. And then you put it on the diamond and then lay the card in the middle. Yep.
And I'm actually pleased because I've got some gold wrapping paper, gift paper. So I think that will make a perfect envelope for it as well.
It's just gorgeous.
So that's my card done. Oh, and what I did do before you took, you know how we keep saying about things that we've had for ages. I was looking, these sort of like sticker things. I've got all sorts of things that I don't use. So I've actually used, can you see the little tiny circles? I've used those on here and actually inside as well, just to give it a little bit more.
You know what? I saw those and I thought they were Nuvo drops, and I was like, okay, how did you get those to dry so fast?
No, it's and these are the other little ones that I put in the center of here and here. These are again, I didn't dare do Nuvo drops tonight because I thought if I start squashing the card down, it just won't be set in time. So yeah.
Love it.
That's mine finished.
All right, Linda, we're coming to you now.
Okay. I'm just laying these last few things over top of like an overlay for this banner. I found my letters finally, and so these three are pretty much finished. The two E's and the R. I've just been putting flowers and something to dress up the base of the banner. And anyway, there are so many fonts you can use. I was pleased with the font. It was came with the machine, I think. Again with the P. But yeah, and then you saw this already. That's I love this. I put some little flowers on the base here, and I have in my grass and tulips, and I use Nuvo drops on the tulips, and I put a little bird on the fence. Actually, it's a little bluebird with his red breast, and shrubs next to the church. And I just got this church from a piece of designer paper somewhere. I just, traced it, and then I made it larger. And then on the back of this, I just put two little bunnies that I liked with an Easter basket in the fence. And I ran out of. I need 3 more little flowers for my. You see, I was trying to make a border at the base.
Right. Did you use your paper punch for those, or?
Yeah, I did. Here's what I use. I use my Martha Stewart punch for these little flowers.
That's a pretty punch, that.
So take a good look at that, because when Tammy and I show you how to make that card and we give you the free design for it, it won't be that one exactly, but you can switch yours up to look like that. And it doesn't have to be Easter, like she said. It could be a birthday. It could be anything. Get well soon.
Balloons. Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
Only reason I made it is because when you said Easter, that came to mind, because last year I just loved making it. It was so much fun, and everybody in my family wanted that one. So I made it for you. Yeah. Anyway, and these are this banner is going to be on my daughter's mantle, like I said, with some pretty ribbon.
Pretty.
So that's all.
Cute. Nice job.
Okay, here we come.
And mine is a card that I'll need to pick. I'll put some more, another little bit of frame like this in here when I finish. I didn't have any cuts, so I'll do it after. But I had a piece of paper that I already had. I cut the trees out of Creative Fabrica, and the branches I put on top of the branches. I had some paper that I made some clouds with in there. And then I made the frame. The Hoppy Wishes, have an excellent Easter. And we've just got some rabbits and some carrots. And then on the back, it just says, wishing you a wonderful and happy Easter spent with those you love. And I also just did some ink around the edges you saw, and then made my envelope.
I love the sentiment on the back, Bernie. That's really lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that card.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Oh, there we go.
Beautiful.
Nice
All
job,
right.
Bernie.
If you want to come back now, Bernie, so we can see the kids.
Let me see where I am.
Patty, come back and show your iPhone.
I gotta change my
We've
camera.
got 2. We've got, there's Molly. Hey, Molly. And we've got Jude, and Jude's up the back.
Oh,
Buddy, camera, Jude. Other way, buddy. There you go. Hi. And Sarah's taken the petulant dog outside.
Oh.
So, yeah.
And I'm just relaxing.
She's
We can't see you,
relaxing.
You can't see me.
Nope.
Oh, my camera fell down again.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, there it goes again. I'm using a different camera, obviously, but see, it's supposed to be like this.
Oh, nice.
Is it still up, or did it fall
Yeah.
down?
Now it's down.
Got flaxseed in there.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, I give up.
Molly had an eye mask on last night, but not with flaxseed and lavender. So she wears an eye mask to bed. She doesn't like the light. But
Right.
hers is very, so this would be nice. Hers is very fluffy. It's, you like fluffy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So that'd be
that's
nice with that as well.
Yes.
That'd be nice filled with lavender as well on your eyes.
Right.
It'd be lovely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, mine doesn't have a band, although I probably could put something there to hold it on. But
Yeah.
when you were laying there, it smells so good. Anyway,
All right. So
Go
I
ahead,
guess
Tammy.
that's a wrap.
Thank you all. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Bye, everyone.
And,
Bye.
well,
Bye.
oh, okay. See you again soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.